to submit your quizzes. The more quizzes you submit, the more assignments you complete, the better is going to be your grade. All right, end of the reminder. Let's move to the topic of today's class. Yesterday we worked on the multiplication of polynomials, and we multiplied monomials by monomials, remember? If, polynomials with just one term, and monomials by polynomials. The way we work is summarized here. The first thing you have to do is the distributive property. So you have the monomial, you're gonna distribute under the terms of the polynomial. The polynomial that you have here is the second factor of the multiplication. So distributive property is the first thing that you have to do. And the second thing is simplification. Simplify the answer by combining like terms and by applying the properties of exponents. And yeah, this is a good summary about yesterday. But yesterday we just learned how to work with multiplication of monomial by a polynomial. Is this case here, when you have one term times two terms, or one term times three terms, or one term times several terms. But we have other options, other combinations. For instance, the binomial times binomial, binomial times trinomial, and we need to know how to solve it. Trinomial times trinomial here, and even polynomial with several terms times polynomial with several terms. We need to know how to solve. That's the topic of today's class. We're going to learn, we're going to understand how to multiply polynomial with several terms times polynomial with several terms, lots of terms. And the first step, the first thing that we will practice and we will understand how to work is the multiplication of binomial times binomial. There is a tip or a memory helper. Is this thing here. It's called FOIL. This is what we will apply to solve our quiz today, and it's kind of it's a shortcut. Let's call it a shortcut. You can use the FOIL method to solve binomial times binomial, and you're gonna skip several steps and find the answer much easier, in a much easier and faster way. Let me show how to apply this on the example, and we have an example here. And let me tell you something. This is a memory helper, something to help you memorize. My memory is not that good. I don't rely as much on my memory, and that's the reason I don't like the FOIL method very much. I would rather do all these steps. Let me show right now before. And hello, Kalia. Why do I have 3 unexcused absences when I was clearly here? Good question. Did you open your assignment? There was one day that you tell me you missed class. But anyways, you can check this out. Don't worry, Kalia. Let me write down right here. And let me show, first thing that I want to show is how to work this out doing all the steps, okay? Not applying this FOIL method. And we have this binomial 3y plus 2 times 7y minus 6. This is not using the FOIL method, right? It's doing all the steps. The first thing you have to do, you get this polynomial, this whole thing, and you're going to distribute inside the next polynomial for each term. You're going to do like this, okay? So this is equals 7y times 3y plus 2 minus 6 multiplied by 3y plus 2. Okay? Now you're going to apply again. It's a second step where you're going to apply the distributive property again. Multiplying the monomial by each term. Multiplying this monomial, this is kind of a monomial, by each term. Right? And we will have, as a result, 7y times 3y, 21, y squared, 7y times 2, 14y, negative 6 times 3y, negative 18y, and negative 6 times 2, negative 12. See? We can combine like terms, and then we're going to have the final answer. And just pay attention to something here. This is, you have one step here, you have another step, you're solving the binomial times binomial here. This method you can apply to solve any size of polynomial times any size of polynomial. It can be like 1,000 terms times 2,000 terms. Yes, you can do using this method, using all these steps. The things, you're going to have a lot of work, right? You need a lot of paper. It's going to be a huge calculation, but you can do using this method. Now, I'm going to show you how to apply the FOIL method, okay? Because the FOIL method will save you time. You're going to skip a few steps and find the answer much quicker. Right? FOIL method now. And Kalia, I told you that I wasn't going to be here. Yes, Kalia. But again, don't worry, you're going to check your attendance and you have to open your assignment. If you're not going to be here, remember, open your assignment before the meeting, even the day before. But don't worry, Kalia, I can fix your attendance if that's the case. Applying FOIL method now, because we're going to skip a few steps. FOIL means first, outer, inner, and last. So I'm going to write the binomials, the expression here, larger, so we can see, so we can understand, minus 6. And F means first. Let's check which terms are the first one on the first polynomial and the first on the second polynomial. This FOIL method is only applied to binomial times binomial, okay? Needs to be binomial times binomial. So those are the first. 3y times 7y equals 21 y squared. Now second is the outer. Let's check the outer, and this is the outer. And the negative 6 here is the other outer. Multiply the outer. 3y times negative 6, negative 18y. Next one, inner. Check which ones are the inner. Inner is this one. Positive 2 and 7y. Those are inner terms. Positive 2 times 7, positive 14y. And finally, L is the last terms of each polynomial. Let me use here, let's say this. This is the last term of the first polynomial, positive 2. This is the last term of the second polynomial, negative 6. So you multiply positive 2 times negative 6, negative 12. Check if you can combine like terms, and yes, you can. You have like terms here. This equals 21y squared, 18y plus 14, negative 4y, minus 12, and this is the final answer. See, you skipped a few steps. No problem, Adrian. Don't forget to open your assignment, and you're gonna be good. You skipped a few steps. We found the answer much quicker, and this is the benefit of using the FOIL method. Remember, only applied if you have binomial times binomial. Okay. Any questions about this FOIL thing, the FOIL memory helper? If you check here the next slide, you're going to see the solution from the book, which is cleaner, neat, nice, maybe better to understand. It's up to you. Let me know now if there's anything that I can help you to understand better, or any step that you didn't understand that you need more explanation, or any comments at all, any complaint, like Kalia that was complaining about attendance. No problem, we can check, we can fix. As long as you opened your assignments, you're gonna be good. And tell me, any questions about this FOIL method, this multiplication of binomials? That means the answer for the Bell work is going to be, you can factor out 8, and then you simplify the equation, and you're going to find out that A equals 1000 divided by 125, A equals to 8. That's the right answer. That's the number that we're looking for to answer the Bell work. And let's move now to the quiz. Let's work now on the quiz. Today is about multiplying polynomials, and we will apply the FOIL method to help us out. Okay? You have to understand that the FOIL method is just a memory helper. Is a shortcut. So I kind of don't like, because I don't rely on my memory that much. I don't have a good memory, but you have to understand what you're working on, what you're doing. But as long as you understand that this is an application, a memory thing, but actually you are doing the distributive property, you're skipping some steps. So let's apply the FOIL method here. And F stands for first, so we will multiply the first terms of each polynomial. So the first terms are 6x times 5. Now O means outer. So check the outer terms of the polynomial. The outer terms are going to be 6x times 2x. The next one is I. I means inner. And the inner terms are -1 and 5. That means -1 times 5. And L stands by last. And the last ones that we have is -1 and 2x. -1 times 2x. Okay? Again, first, outer, inner, last. If you multiply 6x times 5, 30x, 6x times 2x, 12x squared, negative 1 times 5, negative 5, negative 1 times 2x, negative 2x. We can combine like terms because we have here 2x and 30x, right? They are like terms. The final answer is going to be 12x squared plus 30 minus 2, 28x minus 5. All right, this is the FOIL method. You can apply the same thing to each question here of the quiz today. And remember that the FOIL method, it only applies to binomial times binomial. And that's the reason on the quiz today we only have binomial times binomial. Okay? Now I give you time to work by yourselves. I will check attendance, and after that I will get back to help you if you need.